Materialism, or the idea that having more stuff and wealth makes us happy, is very common today. We see ads and social media posts that make us think buying things will make our lives better. But often, getting more things leaves us feeling empty because they can't satisfy our deeper needs. Mindfulness and being happy with who we are offer a more lasting way to find joy. Let's talk about why materialism is so absurd and how it messes with our inner peace and mind, and why true happiness comes from within, not the outside world. Let's talk about the false promise of materialism. Materialism tricks us into thinking we'll be happy by owning more things. Ads in social media shows perfect lives filled with latest gadgets and fashion, but these things only give temporary pleasure. In the book The Art of Happiness by Dalai Lama, it's explained that true happiness comes from inside, not from things. Quoting, material wealth doesn't bring lasting happiness. The more you have, the more you want. Real happiness comes from inner peace and being content with what you have. Why there is a problem with owning too much? Because the more stuff we own, the more complicated our lives become. Every new item needs our time and care and energy, which leads to stress. When we have less things in our life and we have the only essentials in our life, we know what to focus on. It never gets messed around, or it never gets in a situation where it is a chaos. In the book The Joy of Less, Francine J talks about how having fewer things can make life simpler as well as more joyful. Simplifying our lives and owning fewer things can make us feel free and clear headed. When we aren't weighed down by lots of stuff, we can focus on what truly matters. And that is absolutely correct. Like, if you have less things, you're able to focus on that only. But if you have a lot of things going on, even when you have a lot of projects on hand, you will be in a position where you won't be able to give all your time, all your effort, all your energy to one task, and it will be like nothing will get completed in the time you have sorted or you have slotted out. Even studies show that materialism is linked to unhappiness, stress, and lower satisfaction in life. In the book The High Price of Materialism, Kasser explains how chasing after material goods harms our well-being. People who value material things more tend to be less happy and more stressed. This is because focusing on materialistic goals takes away time from other important parts of our life, like relationships and personal growth. So, what truly is the cure for materialism? Mindfulness, or being fully present in the moment, can help actually counter the chaos of materialism. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to appreciate the present and rely less on possessions for happiness. The Miracle of Mindfulness offers great value into how mindfulness can change our lives. Mindfulness helps us enjoy the wonders of life right now. When we practice mindfulness, we realize that we already have everything we need to be happy. Contentment is being at peace with what we have, and it comes from inside us. If you don't value the things that you have right now, or the relationships that you have right now, or the people that you have right now, or the job that you have right now, or the degree that you have right now, or the state of mind you have right now, it will never be of value. Even when you have gained something, you will always feel like there is an emptiness. It involves focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. In the Book of Joy, Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu talk about the importance of gratitude and being content for a lasting happiness. Gratitude and contentment are key to a joyful life. When we appreciate what we have and stop wanting more, we find peace and happiness. We live in consumer culture these days, always bombarded with lots of advertisement, lots of media, lots of posts, lots of socials, which keeps us in a cycle of wanting more. Because we are exposed to so many things, we are exposed so much of the information that even the information that we don't need, we are exposed to it unintentionally through our screens, billboard. Even if you just block the ads and even delete the social media, you will still be getting this information through your friends or the people that you know about what is trending, and that's how things reach out to you, even if you don't want anything or any information of that kind to be reaching to you. That's how things are these days, and that's why we are in this cycle of being exposed to everything that is trending, and it gets to us in any way. This culture preys on our insecurities, like making us believe we need more to be happy. A very interesting book by Kalle Lasn, Culture Jam, criticizes how consumer culture affects our life. Consumer culture turns us into mindless shoppers, always wanting the next new thing. This endless desire distracts us from the more meaningful parts of life. A very important aspect that gets, ignored, I guess, is that materialism not only affects us directly, but also affects the environment. Making, using, and throwing away all the stuff we buy harms the planet. It also is like a waste of energy. Like, if you cannot use something for more than 6 months, it's, I think, a waste of money, energy, time. In a very interesting book, This Changes Everything by Naomi Klein, she talks about how we need to move away from the consumerism to save the environment. Our current way of constantly buying and using things is not sustainable. To protect the environment, we need to rethink our values and priorities, moving away from materialism to a more sustainable way of living. Of course, if we are not using things in a sustainable way, it's unhealthy. It's absurd, I guess. The question arises how to cultivate contentment and mindfulness in our daily life. We can adapt various strategies to escape materialism and find contentment and mindfulness. These include practicing gratitude, simplifying our lives, and focusing on experiences rather than possessions. Gretchen Rubin, in the book The Happiness Project, offers very practical tips for living a more fulfilling life. Focusing on relationships, experiences, and personal growth instead of material goods leads to greater happiness. By simplifying our lives and practicing gratitude, we can find joy in the present moment.